Holiday burnout, overthinking, and all this pressure to start fresh can feel like a lot this time of year. Allison Musser from EvolvedMD is here to help us breathe, reset, and head into 2026 with a calmer mindset. Welcome.
Thank you.
So in general, how do you feel about resolutions?
I think it can be really important to set up maybe some goals for ourselves. I actually really like to use the word intentions instead. I think when we think about what intentions do I want to set for the year, it gives me a little bit more flexibility or a little bit more freedom to mix it up a little bit, or know that if I don't accomplish exactly when I accomplish it, that I've still got some wiggle room there.
So is this a good time to see a counselor, a mental health professional such as yourself, just to kind of think about what your intentions are for the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we seek out help from a therapist, those are individuals that can also help us clarify what our values are, what we really, believe in, and what's important to us. And sometimes that therapist can help us, sift through some of the things that have gotten us stuck in not meeting those intentions or not hitting those goals over the past year. And when we figure out what our values are, it's a lot easier to stick with our goals.
And that's something that you help your clients do, just to kind of really think through, what do you value? Is it your religious community? Is it your family? Are you trying to make more money this year? Are you trying to spend more and have adventures?
Yeah, exactly. And I think when we talk to someone, that has all of those skill sets to help us organize our thoughts, give us the tools to really implement some of the behavior changes or the thought changes that we want to make around that, and cheerlead with us, right? That's a lot of what we do as therapists, is really support you in that. I think it can be really helpful so you're not getting stuck in that same place. And definitely with what we're doing at EvolvedMD, being integrated in primary care settings, it's really important that we, not just set goals for our mental health, but our physical health as well, right? So now we have this new year, we're ready to get a fresh start. Let's get healthier both mentally and physically.
Well, as you said, EvolvedMD works with primary care doctors, so taking into account your physical well-being, your emotional well-being, and how those two things interact.
Absolutely, yeah, because when we physically have something going on with our health, it's going to impact, how our emotions play out. And when we're emotionally really struggling, I don't really want to get up and do the things I need to do too. So, being able to see a therapist that's in an integrated setting is really going to set you up for success and work alongside those things together.
It's even in the way we talk about it, like when you're upset, you're just, oh, I'm sick about that. I feel sick about it.
Exactly, right. Our mind and our body is very connected to each other.
Yeah, it's a physiological sensation, or like, or my heart breaks, right? Like, there's a constricted chest kind of feeling.
Yes, absolutely right. And when we're stressed out or we're feeling really emotional, we definitely have those symptoms of not wanting to eat as much or overeating. Our sleep gets disrupted, and again, that just kind of keeps cycling through over and over. When I'm not sleeping as well, I'm going to feel that mentally and physically.
Do you think there's still some kind of stigma for people seeking mental health?
I think it's changing these days. I do see that in our clinics and with the clinicians that we work with. Again, I love being in this integrated setting because patients can access their mental health support right there at their primary care clinic. And it's a familiar setting where they're used to going and have seen their doctor maybe for many years. But I hope that these days most people are feeling more comfortable being able to seek out that help.
It was so good to talk to you, and hopefully I'll be living a more intentional 2026. If you want some help, somebody to talk to, or maybe just a cheerleader, you can check out EvolvedMD. We'll post a link to our website, cw7az.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.